The nerve of the Democrats and Barack Hussein Obama to speak about a war on women, to say that the Republicans have a war on women. What a nerve, what unbelievable chutzpah. Who does most of the raping? The vast majority of rapists, and I'm not saying this for racist reasons because a lot of the victims are black women, but the vast majority of rapists in America are black men. Who's waging a war on women, if not rapists? They were talking about Todd Akin and and what he said about rape, which was a stupid comment. But the media made a big deal about that. Why don't they make a big deal about the fact that it's Obama voters in Obama's constituency that carry out 90% of the rapes in this country? Blacks and other minorities, including Muslims and Arabs, carry out 90% of the rapes in the United States. Why don't they speak about that? We're talking about a huge problem. Because according to some statistics, half of all women in their lifetime are going to be raped or sexually assaulted. Who carries out these sexual assaults? Who carries out these rapes? Isn't that a war on women? The Muslim world, which Obama's part of and which Obama promotes, chop off the clitorises of their women. The father of the 6-year-old Muslim girl knocks the girl to the floor, pushes her down on the floor, and then her mother holds her, and the father takes out a broken bottle or a rusty can in most cases and cuts her clitoris off of a 6-year-old girl. That's not a war on women? Forcing women to live worse than cattle, as they do in the Muslim world, is not a war on women? Obama, in Egypt, the vast majority of women in Egypt, of Muslim women, have had their clitorises taken off violently, have had their clitorises violently chopped off. The vast majority of Egyptian Muslim women. Obama just gave is preparing to give another $1 billion, an extra $1 billion debt forgiveness to Egypt's new Muslim Brotherhood government. Egypt's government has been taken over by the Muslim Brotherhood, an organization that praises Hitler and promises a Holocaust and says this time the Muslims are going to carry out a Holocaust. Obama is giving his Muslim brothers in the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt another $1 billion. He's giving them more aid than they ever got before. That's not a war on women? The fact is, women will face rape and violence and poverty and food stamps and welfare and crime and decadence and every horror and nightmare under the sun if Barack Hussein Obama gets a second term. Driving America into bankruptcy, which is what Obama's doing, is a war on women. Supporting Islam, the most violent anti-woman ideology in history, is a war on women. Supporting Islam, a religion whose founder married a 6-year-old girl, Aisha, when he was in his 50s and raped her when she was 8 years old. That's a war on women, teaching 1.5 billion Muslims that's how the great founder, the great prophet, treats 6-year-old girls. That's a war on women. Helping the most evil elements in society and destroying all morals is a war on women. Barack Hussein Obama and the Democrats are waging a war on women and a war on all human beings.